All right, and good evening, Cougar fans. Thank you for tuning in tonight's contest of Park Place Christian Crusaders hosting your Hillcrest Christian Cougars. We're here live at Park Place Christian Academy in Pearl, Mississippi. I don't have the address, but hey, welcome to Pearl, Mississippi, 201 Park Place Drive in Pearl, Mississippi. It is very interesting to be here. I know quite a few individuals here at Park Place. Actually, my former high school coach, he is the athletic director here, Coach Bobby Barrett, and I had the opportunity to see him when I first pulled in. And now it is time for some football action. Let's get down to the football field. The Park Place Christian Academy, they won the toss. No, the Hillcrest Christian Cougars won a toss in it, and they elected to receive. So now we're getting an opening for kickoff. And a little squib kick recovered by the Cougars. So now we're getting set 1st and 10 for the Cougars be spotted. Looks like at their on 37-yard line. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Christian Cougars right now. You got your starting offense, defense. Let's go to the starting at quarterback, DJ Thomas, running back, Josiah Carpenter, other running back, Tobias Jenkins. Well, let's go ahead and go back to some football action also. DJ calls his cadence. Looking, scrambling, running. Oh, he breaks loose and is dragged down. Brings up 2nd and long for the Cougars. Sacked in the backfield. He looked like he had nowhere to go. Was running around and running kind of lost. So now let's get back to the huddle. Go back and redo this again. Well, we had a little change up in the starting lineup. Was it Josiah Carpenter and Callum Moore in the backfield? They run a tight formation, hand snap, hands off to Callum. Callum sees it outside, is forced out of bounds, and fumbles the ball and recovered by Park Place. Callum Moore had the ball and it knocked out his hand to be 1st and 10. Park Place at the 19-yard line of the Cougars. Little simple mistake. Hopefully, they'll definitely go to the sideline, get himself together, and correct that. Don't be down on yourself on a fumble. Hey, mistakes happens. It happens to the best. So definitely keep your head up, and let's continue to play some football. Be 1st and 10 Crusaders from the 19-yard line of the Cougars. Quarterback calls a snake. Gives to number one. Number one is he's scampering through the, and he finds an opening for a Crusaders touchdown. Number one, Jason, Baker Craig, 10th grader, with their 19-yard scamper for a Crusader touchdown. Touchdown, Crusaders. The Crusaders are on to attempt the extra point. Dead ball, neutral zone, and freshman looks like against the defense. Kick is tipped. Extra point is no good. 8:58 remaining in the first quarter. Crusaders 6, Cougars 0. All right, the Cougars came out a little flustered on the offense. Was sacked for a loss on the first play, and then it came out and started with the run and then a fumble turnover. Now the Crusaders took the ball down and off a 19-yard touchdown run by Craig. touchdown run by Craig for 19 yards for the Crusaders has the score up 6-0. The Cougars were able to block the extra point, so that is a plus. So now they get an opportunity to go back onto offense. So now hopefully that this offensive series will be a little different. Finish off with a turnover. Now they have the opportunity to get the ball back. So now let's hope that the Cougars will definitely come out and have a different mindset, block up front, and look to go ahead and move the ball down the field. Now the squib kick. And down at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 Cougars from their own 27-yard line. Now it's a beautiful day here in Pearl, Mississippi. Sun is being covered by clouds. His sun is setting at this particular moment. It's a nice, beautiful day. Out here is not as steamy and hot as normally, but hey, we're outside getting ready for some football. Now it's back to some football action. The Cougars have spread the offense out. Calls the snap, looking. Thomas looking, sees no one, sees Chris across the middle, in and out the hands of Wade. Brings up 2nd down. Thomas he stepped up in the pocket and saw Wade had a step on the receiver, but in and out the hands. Brings up 2nd down and 10. I know you could probably potentially hear the student section cheering on the defense over here at Park Place. Thomas pitch out to the side, and he cuts back and sees this open space, but is pulled down in the backfield. Loss of a ton of yards. Brings up 3rd and a long way for the Cougars. Got Carpenter and Moore in the backfield, Wade and Braylon Moore at your receivers. Ball is snapped, looking. DJ calls his own number. Had a lane and kind of stutter step through it, but cut back and is met by a host of Crusaders. Thomas lost a few more yards, brings up 4th and long. Not sure exactly what is taking place. The Crusaders are putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback is not having that much time to really set and throw. So definitely coaches are going to have to take the offensive line to the sideline, discuss some things with them so they can definitely protect the quarterback. The Cougars are set to punt at this moment. Ball is snapped. Thomas takes the snap, punt, will kick and rolls out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Correction, 36. So it'll be 1st and 10 Crusaders. Well, it looks like the sticks didn't have to move too much. It's like it's actually like the original 1st down for the Cougars. Right now, the Cougars are back on defense. Crusaders come out, one receiver to the left. Well, to my right, sends a man in motion. Jet sweeping, hands off to him, but there's a marker on the play. Officials saying offside against the offense. Now, as you can check, normally when it's a dead ball, someone is offside. Oh, they said the defense, but the ref dropped the flag on the offensive side. So normally from my understanding, I think that the side that the ref dropped the flag on, if it's either right or left, that's whose side is on. If ref dropped the flag on his right, so you would think it was against the offense. But it was against the defense. Sends a man in motion. Quarterback calls his own number and is met in the backfield, but breaks loose and is still running. and is pulled down by Callan Moore and Braylon Moore for the tackle. But it's enough for a first down for the Crusaders. Slipped through the hands of Hughes, had him in the backfield at the line of scrimmage, but he slipped through the hands of Hughes, pick up enough, a few more yards for a Crusader first down. We got a timeout on the field. Timeout Cougars, their first charge timeout. Now let's go back to the starting lineup. Again, it's a little difference now. At offensive line center, Landon Heath. At offensive line, Javian Carter. And at the other offensive line, Deashan Lewis. Callum Moore is in the backfield with Chris Wade at the other receiver, and Braylon Moore is at the other receiver. So now, as you can see, though, the Cougars are down one score, 6-0 here in the first quarter with 6:48 to go. Last week they started off hot, and I had the opportunity to talk with a few of the players throughout the week of practice. And again, you can see the transition and the progress of the progression of the team. First game, they really didn't start off like they wanted to, and they kind of progressed, moved the ball well later in the first half. And then the second game, they started off and they sparked, but they still didn't get things done. So now let's go back to some football action. Runs up the middle, and he is stopped in the backfield by a host of Cougars. Hughes, as well as Denson on the tackle for the Cougars, picks up about 4 yards. Hughes is spending a lot of time back there in the backfield, so hopefully he can definitely get his hands on him and bring him down, as he had quite a few plays in the backfield, but just wasn't able to hold him and bring him down. And so that's where it goes back to that combo tackling. Quarterback hands off, and there it goes. He sees Moore goes down with the tackle, and Moore and Wade with the tackle. That is Callum Moore and Chris Wade for the tackle. Now, just like I was talking with a few players, they have to make the combo tackles. One grab and the other come clean it up. And I know that's how, when I was playing, it's been so many years ago. That's the way that our linebacker told us that we have to make combo tackle. Quarterback calls his own number up the middle, and they had him in the backfield. He's tackled by a host of Cougars. Had him in the backfield, not sure if he got enough. I'm stating that the tackle was made by Javian Carter. Officials looking at it real close to see if it was enough. Not enough. So good stop, brings up fourth down, fourth and a centimeter, milliliter, however you want to say it. I'm surprised they didn't bring the chain out because that does look close. But hopefully that the quarterback just don't get and just fall over the line of scrimmage and then get a first down. The Cougars are putting pressure back in the backfield, but they missed the opportunity to get back there. Craig with the carry, tackled by Javian Carter. So that's enough for a Crusader first down. First and goal, Crusaders. .438 and counting. Quarterback calls his own number. He sees that everybody's trapped inside, and Carter met him, but Carter just couldn't hold him to him, and he's brought down by James Hughes. Hughes with another stop. Quarterback was able to pick up a few more yards. Brings up second and goal at about the 2 or 3 yard line. Quarterback, 10th grader Peyton Bray with the carry. Not sure if it's a pass, but he does look like a big size quarterback, to kind of difficult to bring down. Hands off to one. Carter had him in the backfield, lost touch, and he was able to scamper through. So another touchdown by number 1, Baker Craig. Baker Craig with a 3-yard carry scamper for a Crusaders touchdown. And the Crusaders are on for the extra point. Oh, the Crusaders are going for 2. Ball is snap, quarterback. It is met in the backfield by Carter, but it then loses the ball. Extra point, 2-point conversion is no good. With 3:43 to go in the first quarter, the Crusaders are up 12-0 against the Cougars. Now, just hopefully they could definitely come out and make a spark on the offense. Now, they've been out on the field. They got the little bumps and bruises out the way. So now it's time to come out and do a little different, do something a little different this next offensive series. They haven't really moved the ball like they capable of doing, but it just still some things that they still have to work on. So right now, so hopefully, they definitely come on out, move the ball, so they can go ahead and get the motivation. It's just they just looking for that one little spark, and hopefully that spark is coming this offensive series. Kicker kicks a squib kick again, recovered by number 70, Thomas, who is scampering around, and it's just running through offensive line and is tackled. Tackled down back at its own 24-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Cougars from their own. Well, they marked at the 25. They gave the forward progress. I will say one thing. I know this is haven't been back at Park Place in quite a while. No, they normally was playing off of Old Brandon Road, but now they have their own stadium here. They have their own stadium here on campus. And again, salute the athletic director, who was my former high school coach, 9th grade, as well as coach the offense for us over at Forest Hill High School, who's down here. Got their own stadium on campus now. Got a new quarterback in, number 2, Braylon Moore. Dropped back and looking. Was attempting to throw a screen, but Carpenter really wasn't looking. Brings up 2nd down. Carpenter wasn't looking at the screen. He was open. If he would have caught it, he'd had real estate in front of him, so he definitely would have got some good yards on it, but he wasn't paying attention to it. Brings up 2nd down. There's a snap. DJ Thomas is looking, and decides to go ahead and take it up the field. He has real estate and is forced out of bounds. We got a marker on the play right here on the sideline. And looks like that they're going to call the holding. Holding against the Cougars. And I know you hear this. I want to say that's the student sections. Tell them that they can't do that. Void the run. Brings up 2nd and long for the Cougars. Again, with 3:16 in the first quarter, score is 12-0 Crusaders. Thomas gets the snap, looking. Calls his own number, has the real estate on the outside, but just can't make it to the outside. And is tackled by number 4, Johnny Griffin, who met Thomas on the sideline. Looks like another loss for a few yards. Personal foul against the Crusaders. Personal foul against the Crusaders. So that will give the Cougars a few more extra yards. But it's not enough for a first down. Brings up second and about 5. Well, now they got third. Third and 5. Cougars had a look life, got the penalty. So you got Moore and Carpenter in the backfield. Thomas snapped the ball, pitch toss out to Moore. Moore has the sideline and is unable to cut up the field. Forced out of bounds. Gains of about a yard. Brings up fourth down. Brings up fourth and about 3 or 4 for the Cougars. And it looks like they may just go for it. But still with a good portion of the offense still on the field, looks like they're going for it. Ball's on the right hash. Heath, Denson, as well as Carter protecting up front. There's the snap, looking. Short pass intended for Moore, incomplete. Turnover on downs. All right, that offensive series, they did have a little spark, but just couldn't get over the edge. They got a big penalty, which brought them closer to a first down, 5 yards short. Moore was able to carry it, however, just was able to get enough. And a short pass intended for Callum Moore came up short. Turnover on downs, brings up fourth down. And if you'd like more information in reference to Hillcrest Christian School, you can definitely log on to the website, hillcrestchristian.org. Now let's go back to some football action. And the ball is put on the ground by Craig, but it looks like it is recovered by the Crusaders. Hand off to Craig on the outside. Left his luggage back at the 20. That would be the 28-yard line, but was able to recover it. So it brings up second down for the Crusaders. The Crusaders are coming in a tight formation. One receiver to the left sends a man in motion and calls a jet sweep in motion, but he calls the own number and he takes it up the field. Payton with the carry. Tackled by number 13, Javian Carter, who having a little issue with his equipment. No, normally now a new rule, once the player's helmet comes off while he's in play, he has to take a play off. So it brings up first and goal for the Crusaders. The Crusaders come out in tight formation again, sends a receiver in motion. Quarterback calls his own number, and it's straight up the middle for a Crusader touchdown. Touchdown, Crusaders. Bray with a 7-yard carry. Quarterback up the middle for a Crusader touchdown. All right, the Crusaders are getting the play and they're taking it in. Quarterback is just calling his own number, is running straight up the middle. They feel that the Cougars were not able to stop him at the middle. So hopefully that the coaches definitely see what they need to do, because that's exactly what they're doing. Just quarterback calling his own number, taking up the middle. Jet sweep, hands off fake to the outside for the two-point conversion. Two-point conversion good for the Crusaders. 1:23 left in the first quarter. The Crusaders now are up 20-0 against the visiting Hillcrest Cougars. Now, as you can see, Bray, I guess the coaches see something, a weakness against the Cougars, where he's just calling the quarterback and taking up the field. Quarterback, fake dive upfield, and he's taking it to the outside. And the Cougars have not had have received an answer for that yet. The officials saying a timeout, timeout, Cougars. Officials saying timeout on the field for the Cougars. 1:23 to go in the first quarter. Your score: the Park Place Crusaders 20, Hillcrest Christian Cougars 0. We're going to take a break while they're taking a timeout here on HCS Athletics here on YouTube. All right, back to HCS Athletics here on YouTube. Get back to some football action. The Crusaders are set to kick off. Square kick. Recovered by Braylon Moore. Ball be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 31-yard line. First and 10 Cougars from their own 31-yard line. Thomas calls the play. Coming out two receivers to the left, two receivers to the right. Sends a man in motion. Jet sweep off to Carpenter. Carpenter has some real estate, sees the sideline, and is forced out of bounds. That shows a little life in the offense. Brings up 2nd and about 8 for the Cougars. And I know you can hear the cheers cheering, and the fans are being entertained, and all in front of the student section. Tommy calls his old number up the middle. Oh, tries to see more, but that's incomplete pass. Let's see what the marker is. Possibilities want to say forward pass. Possibly want to say forward pass if they probably just wave the flag off because not sure if they're saying that he was actually above in front of the line of scrimmage, but that's what it 9 out of 10 gonna look like. Now the officials talking with the coach. Now normally if there's a that type of penalty is going to be a loss of down plus the yardage. But now the official want to see what the coach wants to do, decline the penalty or okay, yeah, and the penalty is declined. That's what it looked like. No, it said forward pass. Thomas looks like he wanted to run, but he decided to try to toss it out to Moore, which was incomplete, and it threw a flag and said forward pass, but the penalty is declined. Thomas takes a snap, looking, stands in the pocket, and scampers out, but picks up a few yards, and is forced out of bounds and dragged out of bounds as well. Not enough for a first down. Brings up fourth down. Fourth and about 4 or 5. So now I see if coach going to punt it or wants to go for it. Not sure. It's looking like disco lighting here. I know you may see the lights go on and off. Kind of wish it would just say if it's going to stay on or stay off. All right, the Cougars are going for it. Got receivers spread out wide, 2 in the backfield. Looking. Thomas sees looking for Wade, but overthrows it, incomplete. And he was pressured, but there's another turnover on downs. Be first and 10 Crusaders. Thomas had an open receiver, but it was being pressured, just kind of threw a little too high for Wade. That brings up fourth down. So turnover on downs, be first and 10 Crusaders from the Cougars' 35-yard line. The Cougars are currently down 20-0 with 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. So that's back to some football action. The Crusaders come out tight formation. Quarterback just takes it straight up the middle, and he sees a lane in the alley. And it's out of bounds. Ball came loose. Carpenter scoops it up, but the official saying that he was down. Another carry for the Crusaders, first and 10 Crusaders. Looks like we got footballs flying out on the field. Not sure who ball that was, but just saw a ball just fly on the Cougar sideline. Again, the Crusaders calls. Coach calls. Quarterback calls on them, and he scampered through up the middle. And it's taken a few players and plus his own players to the end zone. But there's not enough, but it's enough for Crusaders first down, first and goal, Crusaders. Balls looks like it'll be spotted at their own 7 or 8 yard line. First and 10, first and goal, Crusaders. And with that sound, well, we didn't hear a sound. That's the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter, and your score, Park Place 20, Cougars 0. But again, not sure exactly what's going on with the Cougars. That for the previous game, they have started off a little slow, and they kind of picked it up later. So now they've had opportunity to see what Park Place is doing for a quarter. They got breathers. Now it's time to go ahead and put in some Cougar action. Now, so coach is really coaching them up, talking about what the pros and cons of what they definitely need to do. So hopefully they definitely come on out and listen to what the coaches is providing, the information that the coach is sharing with them, and they can definitely come on out and implement the plan that was put in place. So then go ahead and put some points on the board and bring a little life back into the Cougars over on the Cougar sideline. Again, this is ATS Athletics here at Park Place. We're going to take a break. All right, run up the middle. Quarterback calls his own number, and again, he takes it in for another score. Touchdown, Crusaders. Break calls his own number and takes it up the middle, bounce to the outside for another Crusaders score. And it takes your score now 26-0. The Crusaders are going for 2. New quarterback in. Looking. Caesar, man, open and end zone. 2-point conversion is good. New quarterback in Hunter Elrod scrambled out, rolled out to his right, had a receiver in the back of the end zone, toss jump, and now you got the quarterback on the sideline, Brady, saying that he got moss. Not sure exactly where they come from. Why about somebody no touch the top of the head, somebody got moss. He just out jumped him, and he just came down with the ball. But as I was saying, what goes up must come down. So now currently the Cougars are down 28-0 here in the second quarter, 9:52 to go. The game is still not over with. Now, hopefully, again, that the Cougars can definitely find a spark to go ahead and turn this game around. They had a little spark, but they lost a little spark. So hopefully they definitely come on back and get it. The Crusaders are lining up for the kickoff. Kickoff by number 12, Raleigh Moon. Well, square kick again. Recovered by number 2, Braylon Moore, who just falls down at the 32-yard line. Be first and 10. First and 10 Cougars from their own 32-yard line. First 10 Cougars from their own 32-yard line. Not sure exactly if the Crusaders are afraid to kick it deep and put it into the hands of Carpenter, or they just don't have a kicker. So not sure exactly what exactly is taking place. So, but they're kind of afraid of putting it back there to Carpenter or back there deep. All right, first and 10. First and 10 Cougars from their own 32-yard line. Thomas is giving them the plays. Out wide, calling the cadence, takes snap. Looking. Sees a man deep. Sees more. And who catches it and can take it to the house. And there goes the handkerchief on the field. What a deep pass. 2 more. But the official's going to say, not today. Not sure exactly what just happened. Not sure exactly what just happened, but the officials say not today. False start against somebody. The wheels on the bus go rolling. Touchdown is no good. Nice throw by Thomas to Moore. That was a 60, no, correction. Yeah, that was a 67-yard touchdown reception by Moore, but the official said, not today. That's the spark that they were needed. And now hopefully they can just, again, this is life. Things like this happen in life. So now you just got to suck it up and do it again. So now let's go back to some football action. Now we got another timeout on the field, timeout Cougars. Now I know when coaches and watch the film, watch the game on the film, they're gonna look and see was that a false start or anything. Not sure exactly what happened. Moore had a step on the defender. Thomas saw it and he threw it. And then here comes that dirty handkerchief on the other side of the field, on the far sideline from us, and said false start. And now I know Moore and Thomas and the Cougar offense, they're a little disappointed because that was that spark that they needed. But And the words of what the student section saying, you can't do that. And I guess that's what they're saying, that you can't do that. All right, brings up 1st and 10. No, what's that? 2nd and 15 for the Cougars. Thomas looking, has Carpenter, but Carpenter was running a different route in which Thomas was looking for. But Thomas was pressured. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down. Now, as you can see, it's showing that the Cougars can throw the deep ball. If the offensive line definitely give them a few seconds, it's showing that the receivers do have a step or two on the defenders. If they just use the speed and just go ahead and make a better connection of the throws. Brings up 3rd down. Takes the snap, looking. Sees Carpenter, in and out the hands of Carpenter. In and out the hands of Carpenter. Brings up 4th down, looks like it. Well, it looks like they still got a 3 on the marker, so brings still 3rd down. 3rd and 15 for the Cougars. And as you can kind of tell, they're getting a little disappointment because of the penalty, the callback, and it just hurts the morale. So hopefully, they can definitely again get that spark and overcome adversity. Oh, by snap, Thomas sees it and he keeps it, and he's looking, and has the man wide open on the sideline, in and out the hands of the defender as well as the offensive player. Brings up 4th down. Thomas botched the bot snap. He was able to pick it up and scramble and rolled out and had a Cougar down the field, and it went in and out the hands of the defender and in out the hands of, I want to say that was Carpenter. Brings up 4th down, and the Cougars are set to punt with 9-10 in the 2nd quarter. Scores 28-0. There's a snap. Thomas with the punt. Nice, decent punt. Rolls, and looks like he's going to roll. Oh, he picks it up on the sideline, and guess he's going to try to take it. And he has the edge, and he takes it for a score. A 62-yard punt return for a touchdown, but there's a marker on the play. Now let's see exactly what the marker is. The officials are in a meeting at this particular moment, discuss about what has taken place, and saying, now let's flip a coin and see who's going to call it on. This is like the official trying to dig in his pocket, look for a coin or something, like he wants to see who's going to call it on. Holding against the Crusaders. So the touchdown is no good. So I guess it's taking it back. Okay. Oh, well, now he's picking up his marker. The ball was returned from the 39-yard line. So it'll still be 1st and 10 Crusader. The ball looks like it'll be at the Cougars' 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Crusaders from the Cougars' 25-yard line. If you'd like to learn more information about Hillcrest Christian School, definitely log on to the website at hillcrestchristian.org for more information. Crusaders come in tight and just bounce it up the middle, and the quarterback has an alley, and he's taking it down the field for a Crusader touchdown. Touchdown, Crusaders. 25-yard quarterback run by Peyton Bray. And it just seems that the quarterback is just he's just again he sees a weakness in the defense and he's taking advantage of it. So definitely that the Cougars need to find some type of way or go ahead and clocking up that middle because he's taking advantage of that middle. They go for two up the middle, no good. What 8:35 to go in the second quarter? Your score: Hillcrest Christian Cougars 0, Park Place Crusaders 34. And with that, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back to Hillcrest Christian Football on HCS Athletics Network via YouTube. All right, now back to some football action. The Crusaders are set to kick off. Kind of look like the old Philadelphia Eagles with these green and white uniform. Oh, there we go. I thought we didn't have a kick. It kicks it deep, and it just rolls out the back of the end zone. Tobias Brown was back to return, but he decided not to return it. Just let it rolls out of bounds. Be 1st and 10 Cougars. Like to be spotted at the 25-yard line. Touchback. As you can see, the lighting on the field is very nice lighting on the field. I know with this new low beam, high beam lights, definitely emphasize on the field. So you can definitely see the lights that have low lights at the midway point of the pole. I mean, at the lower quarter of the pole. And then have your highlights at the top, as you can kind of see at the upper left of the screen, that you can see the low part, the low quarter of the light. 1st and 10 Cougars. Thomas come out with receivers on both sides. Takes a snap, looking. Has more again down the field, and there goes that handkerchief. Not sure exactly what was going on. Officials saying pass interference against the defense. Looked like they were holding hands as they were running down the sideline, but the officials saying pass interference against the Crusaders. Be 1st down for the Crusaders. And as you see, Moore was asking, say, hey, where's the flag? Man was holding my hand down the field. And as you can see, that the Cougars receivers have enough speed to get by the defenders. If it just go ahead and definitely put the ball out there for them, so they see the weakness, they see a point where they can attack it, but just definitely to make it happen. And see Thomas getting the offensive player set at what it needs to be. Takes a snap, ball a snap, looking. Sees nobody, pressure, sees Moore, but to in and off the hands again for Moore. Kind of went off the head of somebody, and Moore, it was in the area of Callum Moore, number 5. Brings up 2nd down. It's like Callum Moore is getting a lot of action tonight. He had a 60 plus yard reception, but that was called back saying false start. And so hopefully, no, he's still into the game. No, he's been targeted quite a few times, but just haven't been able to reconnect again. The ball is snapped. Thomas looking, steps up in the pocket, is grabbing, was able to get a loose. He's looking downfield, sees a receiver down the field. Oh, in and out the hands in and out the hands of, can't exactly see who that is. The attendant for Callamore again, in and out the hands. Brings up third down. 8 minutes and 3 seconds in the second quarter. Scores Park Place 34, Cougars 0. So again, the Cougars are really finding some open receivers. Just seem like they just can't connect. Thomas Barton calls a snap and scrambling, looking. Sees Moore down the sideline, but he just overthrow him out of bounds. As you can see, the quarterback was telling the receiver, just go ahead and lob out because he was being pressured, but wasn't able to connect. Brings up fourth down for the Cougars. Not sure exactly what happened, though. He kind of overthrew the receiver, but brings up fourth down. The Cougars are set to punt. There's a snap. And there's the punt. Caught at the 39-yard line. He finds a lane, looking for a lane, and is brought down. Brought down by number 2, Braylon Moore. All right, an official is taking, I want to think he want to try taking an official timeout. I guess he's taking an official timeout. So while they're taking an official timeout, we're going to take a timeout here. The score: Cougars 0, Crusaders 34. Here on Cougar Network on ACS Athletics via YouTube. Let's take a break. All right, back to some ACS Athletics via YouTube. Back to some football action. Just take a break. Toss up to number 1, like the Statue of Liberty, and he takes it to the sideline, untouched, for a Crusader touchdown. Tip up to Craig for another touchdown for the Crusaders. 36-yard touchdown run by Craig. Didn't know they had a band, or that was on the PA song. I guess that was the PA. The Crusaders to attempt the extra point. Ball is snap, kick is up, and is good. 7:23 to go in the second quarter. The Crusaders 41, the Cougars 0. Well, as you can see, that the Cougars are being played by simple little mishaps, as whereas they get a spark, a flag comes out, and it brings their momentum down. Instead of they're fighting back and saying, hey, We still got to fight back. The opportunity is here. We have to continue to fight. There's always adversity in life. You're going to always face situations. Definitely do not give up because of the situation that you face. Like I've always told some gentlemen that I mentor, don't make excuses, just make adjustments. And some right now we got to make an adjustment so that we go ahead and turn this game around. And the Crusaders set to kick off, and is going to do a little squib kick, and it is down at the 44-yard line by Tobias Brown, who just cupped it in his hand and just fell to the ground. 1st and 10, Cougars, ball at the 44-yard line. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Hillcrest HCS Athletics via YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to be streaming football this remainder of this season, and basketball season is around the corner. Now, definitely look out for some basketball action with the Hillcrest Christian Cougars. I know I had opportunity to work with Coach Thefford, and he's getting the guys ready. But now let's get back to some football. 1st and 10, Cougars sends a man in motion. Almost lost the snap, but he sees he's scrambling, decides to go ahead and keep it, and then just steps out of bounds. Thomas tried to go down the field, saw somebody down the field, but was forced out of bounds. Gains of about 2.5 yards brings up 2nd down. Well, gains 2 yards brings up 2nd and 8. Looking at the far side, stick over on the far sideline. Looks like it is 3 yards. So I'm looking at it incorrectly. They're behind. The ball's at the 44, so now it's at the 46, 47. So it brings up 2nd down and about 7. Thomas barking out the cadence, pointing around, directing the offense. Hands a snap, hands off to Moore. Moore scrambled through the middle, picks up a few yards. Saw green, not the dark green of the jerseys of the Park Place, but he saw green, but just wasn't able to get through, was brought down by a few Crusaders. Brings up 2nd down. Now, I know this light, I hit the switch on the light, but now it keeps on coming back on. So if y'all see me pause for a moment and be very quiet, I'm finna go turn this light off because I thought I was turning it off, but it turned it back on. All right, brings up 3rd and about 5, 6 for the Cougars. Thomas directing offense, takes a snap, looking, steps up in the pocket, has more down the field, but falls a little short, incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Not sure if the cameraman fell asleep a little, but didn't get down there. Blame the cameraman on that, but it was an incomplete pass. Path was a little short, intended for more. Looks like number 82, William Merritt on the coverage for the Crusaders. All right, the Cougars get the play, breaks the huddle. Wade and Brown at your receivers. There's a snap. Thomas taking it, and he sees a lane. He has an alley enough. Oh, he pitches out to Moore. Moore with the pitch, received the pitch enough for a Cougar 1st down. 1st and 10 Cougars. It's great to say that right now. 1st and 10 Cougars. Moore with the carry. Gains of about 8 yards, enough for a Cougar 1st down. Right, brings up 1st and 10 Cougars ball. Looks like it's a spot at the Crusaders 42-yard line. Thomas got receivers on both sides. Takes a snap, looking. Is pressure. Sees a man down the field, but he stops and throws. Not sure exactly what is taking place. but the receiver just stopped. Quarterback was scrambling and just chunked the ball down the field. Brings up second down. Brings up second down, Cougars. Again with 134 and counted in the first quarter. 41-0. Crusaders. Thomas looking, calls his own number, takes it up the middle, but it is stopped. And then he's able to scamper, gets loose, and then is brought down in the backfield by number 9, Josiah Patrick. Josiah Patrick with the sack for the Crusaders brings up third and forever for the Cougars. Ball is likely to be spotted at the Cougars 48-yard line. And it seems like we have a few guys that are winded with the Cougars. "46 seconds and counting." Cougars come out with 2 wide. Timeout on the field. Timeout. Cougars with 29 seconds left in the second quarter. The Cougars second timeout. Now, as you can see, that the guys are a little winded. They're a little winded, which is understandable. That's why when you play this thing called sports, you definitely have to be in tip top shape because you never know what the type of condition that you have to exert here in athletics, because sometimes you may break a long run. You have to run 70, 80 yards off a run, especially in football. The field is 100 yards long. And so if you're at one end of the end zone, one end of the field, you're trying to run to the other, you may have to use all your energy and get back out there and do it again. So that's the reason why the coaches definitely run for potential players. Don't get upset if the coach have you running. They're trying to get you in condition to withstand what's ahead of you. So don't be upset at the coach if they're constantly running, because it's all a mindset. And I've had a few players tell me, that being in shape is not about the amount of running that you do. It's all in the mind. This here show, it's all in the mind. It's a mental condition that you definitely need to condition your mind mentally to withstand all the different conditions that you're about to face. So now 29 seconds remaining in this second quarter, and the Cougars are third down. They're ready, set to go ahead and get started for some football. So now let's see what type of play that coach talked about to bring out this bag to try to go ahead and get a point, a score on the board. Thomas dropbacks looking at being pressured, and he's able to scamper out, and he's looking, sees more on the sideline, who's just taking a breather right now. Brings up fourth down. Fourth down for the Cougars. All right, now as you can see with that sound, that's the end of the second quarter. Well, I'm not sure if you can hear the buzzer, but it was a buzzer somewhere up in there. Currently, the score is sitting at Park Place Crusaders 41, the Hillcrest Christian Cougars 0. So now it's halftime. Coach is definitely finna take them down and discuss some things with them, and hopefully that they can definitely get some things together to come back and change this second half of football. Like I said, the Cougars, they start off slow, but they finish strong, and so hopefully they can definitely make a turnaround this half. So now we're finna take a break again. You listen to Hillcrest Christian Football on HCS Athletics via YouTube. We're going to take a break. All right, welcome back to ATS Athletics via YouTube here live at Park Place Christian Academy. Trying to get the address together. 201 Park Place Drive in Pearl, Mississippi, September the 8th, 2023. Huh. Looking at the game day program, it's a little program that they print for all the home games. And the PPCA Athletic Director, Coach Bobby Barrett, Delta State University 2022 Sports Hall of Fame inductee. Like I said, I know Coach Barrett. He was my ninth grade offensive coach and my varsity offensive coordinator. I played quarterback and receiver and tight end up under Coach Barrett. And once he retired from the public school sector, he came to the private school sector. And I actually, when I was coming in, driving up, he was at the entrance gate because I had to go behind and park near the buses because I didn't want to walk there for because it's not a far distance to walk here, but it is a good piece from where I was parked because I had to carry my bag. So I wanted to get as close to the stadium as I could. And so when I was driving through the gate, I was approached by not a Hines County Sheriff Office, a Rankin County Sheriff's Office, and he asked me, hey, could he help me? And I told him who I was. And as I was driving through, I saw one of my other former coaches, Coach Rutland, yes, Coach Rutland, and I spoke to him. Then, as I was driving on down, I saw Coach Barrett, and I said, "Is that my old former coach?" And he's like, "Who is that?" And they know me by Doc, so I said, "He said, oh, that's Doc." Hey, and then I got out and we spoke, and so it's good. It's good to see former coaches and stuff that they still involved in that athletics, and they see that the guys, the young men that they coach, they're doing positive things in the community. So it is good to see former teachers and coaches, though, that they made a great impact and they made a great impact in my life, and working along with them as a former student athlete at Forest Hill, and then as I continue to season throughout this time, they'll continue to do stuff here now. But I'm here. It was good to see them. Good to see my former teachers and coaches. See, they still being involved in athletics. So athletics, once you in it, you in it. It is an organization. It's a family that you definitely will enjoy, like being a part of. But I just came from the sideline. I was just talking with the coaches and talking with a few players. Like I said they are still in this game, even though they're down 41 to 0. Here getting ready for the second half. Let me go ahead and make some updates to the streaming site. But again, you listen to Athletics on via YouTube. For more information, reference to the school, definitely check them out. HCS, no, I'm saying ACS, excuse me, hillcrestchristian.org for more information. They still have open enrollment. If you're looking for a more suitable, comfortable, smaller classroom size environment to work along with your scholars, definitely stop by the school, 4060 South Sideway Road. They are hitting Jewel in South Jackson, right there on the outskirts of Byron, Mississippi, and Jackson, Mississippi, and South Jackson on Sideway Road. They have, again, it's a small school, and it definitely will give you that one-on-one attention and educating your scholar. Like I said, I know that there's a lot going on within a certain school system, so definitely stop by and take a look at it. If you want more information, you can definitely give them a call, 601-372-0149, or stop by 4060 South Sour Road. Now, in reference to more of talking about the school and talking about uh, Park Place Christian Academy. Now let's definitely get back to some football. My Mike says I stayed had opportunity to talk with some of the players. Now they are still in this game, even though the score says what the score says. Just like Park Place put up 41 points, the Cougars can put up 42 points. Defense definitely gonna have to come out and make a statement, and offensively they're definitely gonna have to move the ball. They had the spark, but just minor turnovers really hurt them. Not a lot, but it hurt them on the big plays. And once you have a good drive going, and then it get taken away from you by a mistake. And sometimes we as athletes, we don't continue to fight on. Sometimes it's like the word says that if you take one step, the Lord will help you take multiple. So I know that they have a Christian experience because that is part of the school's mission, teaching them Christ-like through education, through mentorship, and through extracurricular activities. So they are Christ-like. So they have Christ is a part of them. So now it's time to activate that faith and come on back and play hard this second half. Now I know Park Place is Christian Academy as well. But when God's children get together, oh, what a wonderful time. So now the clock has been switched over. Now it's time to get back to some football. So Park Place will receive this opening kickoff. We'll receive this opening kickoff. So now it's definitely get back to some football action. Now, I know you see me again. I'm doing a whole lot with a lot because God has blessed me with the gift, and I'm going to utilize that gift to the best of my ability. And now the officials blew the whistle. Now we're going to take a break before we get back to some action. Again, you listen to HCS Athletics on YouTube. Kickoff. It is down by the Crusaders at their own right to their mark the ball. Looks like at their own 38-yard line. Crusaders. And start of the third quarter, the Cougars are down 41-0. Again, the coach gave them a good speech. Now see if they go ahead and buy into it and go ahead and just come on down and play some football. Got a new quarterback in for the Crusaders. Takes a snap, hands off to number 4, and he has daylight. And Thomas with the tackle. First and 10, Crusaders. Number 4, Johnny Greer with the carry. Now again, here we go again with this light. I guess he wants to have fun. Be first and 10, Crusaders from the Cougars 39-yard line. New quarterback in for the Crusaders. Barks out to Caden, hands off, keeps it, and sees the outside and cuts it back up the middle and is tackled. The quarterback in the game now is number 7, Hunter Elrod. Brought down by number 12, James Hughes, who's taking a breather. Cougars come with a new look via the defense. Hands off to number 11, who bounced it to the outside. Be number 11, Jake Craig, bounced it to the outside. Picks up enough for a Crusaders first down. Moore and Carter on the tackle. So enough for a Crusader first down. Ball is snapped and kind of scooped up by the back a little, but it has enough and takes it to the outside and cuts back up the middle. Bad camera angle, excuse me. Griffin on the carry, tackle by number 51, Caleb Stamps. Now, Caleb Stamps has a nickname. Who is want to mention the restaurant has no part of this program, but just want to mention his name, Stamps Super Burger, Stamps Burger, in Jackson off of Gallatin Dalton Street. All right, brings up enough for a first down for the Crusaders. High snap, hands it off to number 4, Griffin, and he takes it through, and it's enough for a touchdown. Touchdown, Crusaders. Johnny Griffin scampered for about a 9-yard touchdown run for the Crusaders. With 5:56 and counting, the score, Park Place currently 47, and they attempt the extra point. Snap is up, kick is up and good. And your score currently stands at Park Place Crusaders 48, Cougars of Hillcrest 0. All right, the Cougars are just allowing the Crusaders just kind of ease their way through the defense. Now they're going to return this kick, receive the kickoff, and hopefully that the offense can definitely get a spark and get some type of drive going on for the Cougars, because, again, they just need that spark. Whenever there was a spark, it seemed that it was taken away by a penalty, but hopefully they can definitely find that spark as something to just to lift the morale of the Cougars. Now let's go back to some football action. I think we had one kick. I think he's probably going to try to kick it, another squib kick, but I've been squib kicks all day. So now I guess he's going to try to kick it deep this time. They got a good start, and he kicks it deep. And looks like he's going to go somewhere. And it is down at the 2-3 yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the 3 yard line. All right, while they're doing the exchange, we're going to take a break again. You listen to Cougars football on ATS Athletics via YouTube. All right, now back to some football action. For those who have never sat in the press box, you definitely see some entertaining things in the press box, as well as from the level you're sitting. You can see a lot on the field. You can see all over the stadium. And next to me, it is I'm sitting in the press box. A nice press box. They have it separated. Well, the coach and visitor coaches, and then the home coaches in the side. Then in the middle, you have the officials and the PA announcer. As on the PA announcers over here dancing and cheering along with the cheerleaders. But again, sometimes you see some interesting things in the press box. But hey, you have that school spirit, share that school spirit. All right, as before doing the talking, Thomas was able to get enough for a Cougar first down, 1st and 10 Cougars. Thomas barks out, looking, sees more. Not sure exactly what's going on with the reception. Little simple passes right there, just out of reach or not sure exactly what's going on. But the passes are open, just not able to pull them in. And see Moore walking around tender-footed, walking around like he has some high heels on, trying to run and play football. So not sure exactly what's that about. Well, we're definitely gonna get that taken care of. Ball is snap. Looking. DJ Tommy calls his own number and has an alley, and he is taken down and is tripped up and forced out of bounds. No flags on the play, so that's enough for a Cougar first down. 1st and 10 Cougars. Thomas with a 20-plus yard keeper forced out of bounds at about the 48-yard line of the Crusaders. So 1st and 10 Cougars. Well, look like right there midfield at the 50-yard line. If I said the gentleman next and the booth next to me, he definitely has a school spirit. Not the school period, it's the school spirit. Excuse me. Pitch out to Josiah, and he has plenty of space, but he's running the wrong way. Not sure exactly what that was about. He caught the pitch, but started running the wrong way. Carpenter with the carry, but it went into the wrong direction. Brings up 2nd and about 16 for the Cougars. Now, I'm not sure if y'all heard with that sound. That's the end of the third quarter. That's a very low horn. But as the end of the third quarter has come to a close, Park Place 48, Cougars 0. At the conclusion of the game, we will have a little brief moment and give our opinion and discuss about the game and what the Cougars definitely to do for coming in for next week contest. But right now, we're going to take a break as exchange of the quarter. Again, you listen to Cougars Athletics on ACS. You listen to Cougar Football on ACS Athletics via YouTube. All right, 2nd and long for the Cougars. In the start of the fourth quarter, Thomas dropped back, looking. As Braylon Moore scrambling, sees a receiver down the field, incomplete pass, but he's being pressured. Moore was scrambling and felt the pressure but wasn't able to make the complete. Was able to get the ball out, but wasn't able to make the completion. Brings up 3rd and long. Brings up 3rd and long. Ball is snapped, hands off to Carpenter, and he fumbled the ball, but was able to catch it. Picks up about 2 or 3 yards, brings up 4th down. Brings up 4th down for the Cougars. And looks like they're set to punt. In the Park Place, the Crusaders have a nice setup here. Know that they were playing their previously home games over off of Old Brandon Road. And actually, I went by Old Brandon Road yesterday, and they were making some updates. They were kind of breaking up the stands, and I think they're going to do some updates to that field. There's a mark on the play. Looks like it's against the Crusaders. Nucci's on infraction against the Crusaders. Still 4th down. Walk it up 5. Brings up 4th and 10. Ball at the 50-yard line. Got timeout on the field. Timeout. Timeout on the field. Timeout Cougars. All right, with that, we're going to take a break as well. We got a timeout on the field. Timeout Cougars. My coach discussed it with the team. We're going to take a break also. Again, you listen to Cougar football here on HCS Athletics Network via YouTube. We'll be right back. Like the Cougars kind of ran a fake punt. That's bad. Bad camera action. My apologies. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Coach called a fake punt. Again, you got to do something very tricky just to get, again, bring up the morale or get some type of spark against the Cougars. Callum Moore picks up a few yards, but not enough for a Cougar 1st down. First and 10, Crusaders come in a deep eye back, hands off, sees it outside, but he's being chased, was able to get through and cut back and did a spin move and looked like he's taking it all the way. Number 4, Johnny Griffin with the carry, gains of about 55 yards for a Crusader touchdown. Johnny didn't want to quit. Johnny ran, Johnny spent, Johnny cut back, and Johnny ran through. But Johnny's now on the sideline getting stressed out. Touchdown, Crusaders. The Crusaders attempt the extra point. There's the snap. Snap down, ball. It is a little block. Extra point is no good. Currently score stands at Hillcrest 0, Park Place 54. Again, just not sure the morale of the Cougars are still standing well at this moment. But life still goes on. You still got to continue to fight, regardless of whatever situation or circumstance that you face. You always have to continue to fight on, because things are not going to come easy from this point on forward. Still continue to fight. Never lay down and give up. You still have time to find some type of excitement throughout this game. Again, the score is 54-0 here in the fourth quarter. Carpenter with the return. And just met by a group of green. Not the grass, but the opposing team. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Ball looks like it'll be spotted. Well, let me wait till they go ahead and mark it. Look at the closer side ref. 21-yard line. 1st and 10 Cougars from their own 21-yard line. Thomas comes out. There's the snap. Looking. Calls his own number, cuts backfield. And just running around, but sees nothing, but sees space and steps out of bounds. Thomas kind of looked like Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders ran more backwards than he ran forward. If he would have ran forward, Barry Sanders possibly would have been the leading rusher throughout his time. But he cut his career short because he from what was reported, that he didn't want to break Walter Payton's record. So he left at a decent time where he was the number 2. But Emmitt Smith came and became the leading rusher. Thomas sees more on the sideline. Moore with stiff arm, knocks out of bounds. Moore with reception gains of about 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Yeah, Emmitt Smith had the opportunity of meeting Emmitt Smith that year that we met in 2002. No, was it 2002? Yes, 2002. He broke the record game against the Arizona Cardinals. He broke the rushing record, and he's the leading rusher. Toss out to Moore. Moore is looking, and is met by a host of mean green. Timeout on the field. Timeout. Cougars. Cougars scores currently stands at 54-0. Now, if you probably see that the light is going on and off and on here, I'm in this motion room. So again, nice setup, but the light keep on going on and off. I thought I turned it off so that it wasn't going and off, but the light keeps going on and off. So now you just saw I just turned it off. We got 19 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, so I'm not sure if it'll come back on by that time. By that time, I should be possibly finished. But we're gonna close out this game. Gonna go to some treatment, get some treatment done because we're a little injured. Well, not injured. We're a little bruised up, and definitely gonna need to go and build back up the endurance because it seems like we're a little winded. So now we got to go back to the drawing board and go ahead and condition. Go ahead and get a mentally set so then we come out and play a little better. Come next week because again we will be on the road. Hold up. Yes, next week we'll be on the road. Not sure exactly where we're traveling to, but we'll be on the road. So definitely gonna go home, rest up, take care of the little bumps and bruises, and get ready to play some Cougar football next week. What is this? 3rd and about 7 for the Cougars. Thomas the snap, lose the snap, looking, dancing around, sees a receiver deep down the field. Oh, in and out the hands of Braylon Moore, who was wide open by himself. But now he's a little disappointed in himself that he did miss the pass. And the Park Place Crusaders are celebrating. Defeated the Hillcrest Christian Cougars 54-0. Not sure exactly what definitely has taken place. The Crusaders definitely came out and played here on their home field, having fun, celebration, did whatever. The Cougars were excited about this game, but they want to say that they leave it. Did they leave it back at school because it had a whole lot of fire last week game, but just in transition over to this game. So hopefully the coaches definitely going to go back and sit down and talk with them so they can definitely come out and play better next week because it really last week game did not carry on to over here to show what took place. So now I know the coaches are definitely going to group and they're going to get some things together and come out play a lot better than it did this weekend. So definitely stay tuned for next week game. We will be on the road. Not sure exactly where, but we definitely will be on the road. So now I like it when the teams get together again. That shows that everybody is Christ-like, where they come together at the end of each contest. I know I've seen it done in basketball. They come together at the end of each contest and they pray because they're in this together. We are all warriors of Christ. So definitely come back and pray and give God all his praise. No one was seriously injured. Everybody's able to walk off the field on their own merit. So definitely give God his praise. So again, want to thank you for tuning in to Cougar Football on HCS Athletics via YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, next Friday, we'll be on the road. Stay tuned for more. Again, listen to ACS Athletics on via YouTube. Much love to you guys. 1+1 equals deuces. God bless.